Hello again, y'all. This is the second video of today. It is still Friday, and I'm going to get straight into this video because I've got a lot to cover. But first, if you are new to this channel, if you've just come over from MichelleAfterDark and it's your first visit here, this is my second channel, Michelle Walks. Please subscribe, because if you enjoy Michelle After Dark, then you'll definitely enjoy this channel. I put out a lot of content on this channel about a variety of cases, including live streams, so don't miss out. Subscribe, get your notifications on so that you may or may not be notified when I post a new video on this channel. So I'm going to be covering 4 cases in this video. So it's going to be a whistle-stop tour through the latest case updates on Harmony Montgomery, Athena Brownfield, Summer Wells and Michael Vaughan. So where to start? Let's start with Harmony Montgomery because I've got her news update here first on my list. So Adam Montgomery, Harmony's dad, has been indicted on second-degree murder charges in the death of his daughter, and this is through a grand jury. So if you remember, a while back, he was arrested on suspicion of her murder. Body's not been found, but there was evidence at one of their previous apartments that led to his arrest. So let's read through this article. It's only short. Manchester, New Hampshire, the father of once missing Harmony Montgomery was indicted by a grand jury on January 20th on a charge of second-degree murder, according to new court documents. Adam Montgomery, 31, of Manchester, was arrested by Manchester police in October and charged in connection with Harmony's death. The grand jury indictment, which was handed down last Friday, accuses Adam of recklessly causing Harmony's death by repeatedly striking her in the head with a closed fist. So we knew that. That was what was said at the press conference. I covered that at the time. But this has now gone through the grand jury process and he has been indicted on it. He's also been indicted on charges of falsifying physical evidence, abuse of corpse and tampering with witnesses. Interesting. He allegedly destroyed and disposed of Harmony's body sometime between December 7th, 2019 and March 4th, 2020 in an effort to hide evidence of the crime from law enforcement. He looks evil. He just looks evil. I'll say again, how he was ever given custody, it just beggars belief. I find it astonishing that he was given custody. In August, the missing persons case shifted to a homicide investigation when authorities said they believed Harmony was killed in Manchester in early December 2019. Police said they first became aware that Harmony might be missing when they received a call from the girl's mother in November. Harmony's father and stepmother previously pled not guilty to charges relating to her well-being. Adam was indicted in March on an assault charge alleging that he struck Harmony in the face in July 2019. He pled not guilty and has been behind bars since January. Kayla Montgomery was charged with theft by deception after police said she falsely claimed that her stepdaughter was living with her in order to collect welfare benefits. She also pled not guilty. A judge revoked Kayla's bail back in September. Additional details on what led to Adam's arrest are expected to be revealed during his arraignment. And then anybody with information on the death of Harmony is urged to contact Manchester Police on 603 203 6060. The investigation remains ongoing because her body is still missing. Where is Harmony? We still don't know. So this is going to be a nobody homicide case unless they can find her remains. Next, let's move over to Oklahoma and the murder investigation into the death of little Athena Brownfield. So the Oklahoma office of the chief medical examiner positively identified the remains of 4-year-old Athena. So it's confirmed that the remains of the child found on January 17th were Athena. And as you know, if you've been covering this case, two of Athena's caregivers, Ivan and Alicia Adams, were arrested and charged in connection with her disappearance. Ivan Adams was arrested on January 12th in Arizona, where he'd run off to, and he's being held on first-degree murder charges. We've been through the arrest warrant for Ivan in a previous live stream. Court documents say Alicia Adams told investigators that Ivan beat and killed Athena in Cyril on Christmas Day and buried her body along a fence outside of their old home in Rush Springs, and he's being held on $1 million bond. Alicia was arrested on January the 12th, and on January 17th, she was formally charged with 2 counts of child neglect, one for failing to supervise Athena's sister, and another for failing to protect Athena from her husband, Ivan Adams. She went before a judge on January 17th, and she's got a $500,000 bond with restrictions if posted. She can't leave Oklahoma, she has to have a GPS tracker on her, and she can't have contact with witnesses. So it's very sad. Athena's funeral has now taken place. So we're now at the beginning of the justice process for little Athena. There's also been a little bit of movement in the Michael Vaughn case. It's only a small update, but I think it's very significant. And this comes from the City of Fruitland Police yesterday, the 26th. Fruitland Police Department continues to investigate the abduction of 5-year-old Michael Vaughn. At this stage in the investigation, investigators are working to validate information and follow up new information we've received as a result of the last press conference, where they appealed for information about the 2 other people that are thought to be instrumental in Michael's disappearance, as well as Sarah Wanderer, who is currently in jail, and her case is on hold because she's psychologically not fit to continue at this moment in time. She's been arrested for failing to report the death of Michael Vaughn. During the search warrant service at 1102 Red Wing Street, investigators recovered several pieces of evidence. Some of those pieces have been sent to a private DNA lab for further analysis. That process will take time, and we are patiently awaiting results. The investigation is multifaceted and will take time to bring to a conclusion. Our partnership with assisting agencies are strong, and we continue to work closely with the Payette County prosecutor. We continue to ask for the community's patience as we pursue justice for Michael. The Fruitland Police Department is extremely grateful for the community support and all of those who have had courage to bring forward new information. So it's interesting that they did find some evidence while searching 1102 Red Wing Street. We've been told previously that cadaver dogs hit on areas in the yard of the Wanderer's home, but when that painstaking search took place of that yard, Michael's body wasn't found. So it's new information that there was evidence and that has been sent for DNA testing. So fingers crossed that this provides some well-needed information to bring justice for Michael. But Michael's body is still out there somewhere, so he's another little boy who needs to come home. Although Fruitland Police Department are grateful for people who've had the courage to bring forward new information, we still need information on where Michael might be. He needs to come home to his family. So if you've got any information, please do get in touch with Fruitland PD. Finally, let's talk about summer wells. I've been covering summer wells a little bit, both over on MichelleAfterDark and on this channel lately, because Don Wells came out and spoke to a few YouTubers. You know, he was angry, he was ranting at the crazy critters lady, Miss Daisy, and saying that he believed that child services had kidnapped their boys kidnapped Summer's brothers. Well, of course, they weren't kidnapped, but the press have now picked up on this since there's been a couple of blog posts on findsummerwells.com. findsummerwells.com, I believe, is still being run by their media manager, Tim Mullen, but let me know if that's changed and they've got a new media manager. I'm not aware that they have, so I believe that information is being written still by Tim Mullen. But WJHL and Times News Online have both got articles out about this issue. So, the parents of Summer Wells have raised concerns online about being kept from contact with their sons, who are in the custody of Department of Children's Services. Summer, who was 5 at the time, was reported missing on June 15th, 2021. Her 3 older brothers were removed from the home by DCS about a month later on July 26th. At the time, no exact reason was given for the removal. However, Summer's father, Don Wells, mentioned in an interview at that time that his home wasn't safe due to increased public interest in the case. Different pieces of information have come out about why the boys were taken. And the latest I heard that it was Candice who actually rang Children's Services to say that Don was drunk and on drugs and whatever. But when they were both drug tested, they both tested positive for drugs, and that's when the boys were removed from the home. So we've not had formal confirmation that that's the reason why the boys were taken, but that is what has been speculated and talked about online. Times News Online goes to talk about the findsummerwells.com latest posts. On January 16th, in a post entitled The Last Straw on the family's blog at findsummerwells.com, Don and Candice Wells claim that DCS is keeping them from contacting their sons. Don was released from jail on October 30th, 2022 after serving time for a DUI conviction that violated his probation. It doesn't matter what people think of us, Don states. After 9 months, I returned to the loss of everything. My wife and I stripped the house to rebuild our lives from scratch. And what is the first thing DCS does? They tell us we can no longer see or call our boys. Now, it has been speculated, it's been alleged online, that the reason why DCS have cut off contact is because Candice has continued to be addicted. I don't know whether that's true or not. We don't know the truth of it. But Don accuses DCS of mistreating his family. Here we are, an Amber Alert family, he says. Our daughter Summer is still missing, and DCS won't let us talk to our own boys, her brothers. It seems like a harsh word, but DCS have kidnapped our boys. If they treat us, American citizens, this way concerning our boys, no communication, then what chance do we have of ever seeing Summer again if she's found? In the post, Don mentions recent articles about DCS and talks about the state of the DCS system. He also talks about how others should be outraged as well. This broken system cash cow must have, we ask everyone who loves Summer Moon Utah Wells to cry out as her voice in demonstration to the state of Tennessee that this is wrong beyond wrong. What they are doing to children and their families, Don stated. Yes, on the personal side, we see no reason they have stripped us all of communication with our boys. Don said he believes Summer would want him and Candice to fight for their family. But the picture is much, much bigger than us, Don writes. Tim Mullen writes. Say what you want about us, but the DCS system is broken, and Summer would tell us to fight for the sake of our brothers, as well as all children in these articles that we'll be posting. Near the end of the post, Don said the couple will no longer remain silent. It has been 1 year since we went quiet, Don stated. That ends. We are sick of it all. At the end of the post, Don included a song titled Naturally We're Sick of It All, which he said explains their feelings as parents. Several links to articles about DCS were also attached to the post. Leslie Earhart, Public Information Officer for the TBI, said the case is ongoing. However, no new information is available. The Kingsport Times News reached out to the DCS for comment but received no response before this publication deadline. And this came out yesterday. So a lot there, a lot going on. Out of the 4 cases I've talked about here, we've only got the body of one, Athena. Where is Harmony? Where is Michael? Where is Summer? We're still, after many, many months, in each of these cases, still asking that same question. Okay, guys, let me know what you think about all of these cases in the comments below. I've been Michelle. Hope you're well. I'll see you in the next video. It's goodbye from Miss Tillington and Miss Cassie Springer. Bye, guys.